Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of a really good podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. William D. Morgan. Got a cast of thousands with me here tonight, talking about superhero movies, both good and bad. But we're gonna get into it tonight. First, let me bring on. Let me see who I'm gonna bring in first. Let me bring in my girl Debbie in first. Debbie, how you doing? What's going on? What the heck?
Where am I?
There you go. There you go. We got Debbie. We finally got Debbie on here. There we go. We got the buzz worked out.
And my cat Chewy's butt.
It's the cat's fault.
Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Next up, let me bring in somebody who is with me on Mondays and Tuesday nights, both on Sports Report and Sports Report Fight Night. Let me bring Josie in. Josie, how you doing?
Will, stop trying to do my job, damn it.
How you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing pretty good. How are you, sir?
Doing all right. Can't complain. Next, this person, as well as Debbie, is on Cantina Happy Hour, and sometimes he's also on MCU's Mondays with Debbie too. Let me bring in my man David Fur. David, what's up?
Now you don't do it. You
told me to stop.
Hey,
You got
I was wondering. I was hanging in limbo. I'm like,
all right. And last but certainly not least, he is the Twitter overlord. He rules Twitter with an iron fist. Let me bring my man Ambrose in. Ambrose, what's up?
it's been a day. How's everything going?
Good.
You picked
All
me
right.
last because I'm wearing a Ranger shirt.
I should have worn my star. I should have worn my star sweater.
All right, you guys, we're going to be talking about superhero movies, both good and bad. But before we get into the bad, we always got to get some good. So I want to go around the room and get started on the good superhero movies we've seen. Let me see. Who am I going to start with tonight? Let me see. Let me start with David.
Sure. So we do like good, like my favorites or
Favorites.
Favorites. Honestly, my probably my top favorite, Dark Knight. I think
That's a good one.
I think that's honestly quite possibly the greatest superhero movie ever, and nothing else will touch it. Heath Ledger was amazing as the Joker.
Hey, Heath is the Joker made that fucking movie.
Yes.
And you know what's so bad is that everybody said the same thing. I mean, when Ben Affleck was announced as Batman, everybody was like, "Oh gosh, Ben Affleck, that's going to be horrible." And it wasn't horrible, but everybody said, "Oh my gosh, Heath Ledger, that guy from 10 Things I Hate About You and Brokeback Mountain, he's going to be the Joker." Well, it worked.
Yeah.
And what was interesting about that trilogy is, obviously we all know he died, and he was supposed to be the judge, not the Scarecrow, when they were making people walk across the. I guess.
Yeah, in The Dark Knight Rises.
I didn't know that.
That's why those lines where the Scarecrow was kind of like, you're gonna do it anyway. You're like, yeah, I could see Heath Ledger. I could see that. That's a Heath Ledger Joker line. Like, like now when you go back and watch
Did
it,
not know
like,
that.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exile or death by exile.
Death.
Nice.
Did not know that. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, let's keep the train going with good movies. Let me see who I'm gonna go with next. Let me go with the woman who's gonna make me beat up Harrison Ford. Debbie, what's a good superhero movie? What are your favorites?
Harrison Ford.
I'm gonna beat him up.
Get off my plane.
Air Force One.
Superhero kind of.
She gonna make me
guy.
beat up Harrison Ford. Come on now.
I'll have to agree with Dave.
That's a hard film to top.
The Dark Knight trilogy. If I ever have to watch Batman movies, that's my first choice, is to watch the Dark Knight trilogy. I just love watching those. And Keith, where did I get that from? Heath Ledger. Yeah. You just can't go wrong with that. I mean, I have I guess I have favorites in each genre, but MCU.
You see, for me, Batman is a subject of interpretation. I think Heath Ledger did a great job as Joker, but I still think Jack Nicholson, to me, because that's the version of the Joker that I liked in the comics.
The gangster Joker.
Yeah, I liked that Joker better, but playing the role better, Ledger, I don't know. It's hard to say who did it better. I personally like Jack Nicholson's Joker better.
What about Jared Leto?
Who?
Nah.
Except for in the remake, or not the
Yeah.
remake, but the Snyder cut. The
It
ending.
still was bad.
No, that ending, that Joker I liked. In the I don't know, was that a post-credit scene?
I think it was a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
think
was a Zack Snyder movie, so it was like halfway through. I don't know.
No, it was at the end. But yeah, that Joker I would have preferred to have seen instead of the one that we got in that movie.
Yeah. Let me interject one of the bad here. And there's as good as we have good superhero movies, we also got a fair share of bad. Let me go ahead and knock one of the bad ones out the way from the MCU, the Eternals. Can we just take that movie back?
I would rather watch Captain Marvel than the Eternals.
Yes.
And that's saying a lot.
See, I
Telling
haven't
a whole
seen
heck
the
of a
Eternals, so
Yeah.
if you'd rather
Don't.
watch,
Don't.
Although I was talking to somebody, I was where I was working the other day. These guys were talking about the MCU, and the rumor / theory going around that they were talking about was that when the thing started crawling out of the earth, and nobody's really said anything about it, but he's locked in and he was frozen in place. And the rumor / theory is that that's where adamantium is going to come from.
Yeah.
And all of the nations of the earth are going to say, okay, well, we have claim to it, and no, it's mine, and all this other stuff. And that's kind of how they're going to feed into the X-Men. That's the
Heard that too.
I think the only good thing that happened in the Eternals is you find out why they didn't show up when Thanos did the snap. I think that was the only good part about that movie.
Well, I think if I'm wrong, 'cause I'm not even really familiar. I'm familiar with a lot of comics. I'm not even really familiar with the Eternals, and it's still a mystery as to why it was made a movie. I think the lore is that they're not allowed to interfere with things.
Yeah, that's
like
what was that was said in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the only good to me. That was the only good part of the movie. Everything else.
From what I've seen, I have not seen the movie, but what I've heard is this movie was much more used for setup for Phase 5 to bring in the X-Men.
Sets
It's
up a
also
little
going
bit,
to
yeah.
have involvement of bringing in Fantastic Four, I think. And there's going to be a lot to build from this movie. So I think this movie will be more important down the road than it is right now.
But they could have done that with Alpha Flight.
I agree. There's probably better options.
Yeah.
You love Alpha Flight, don't you? This is the second time I've heard you say Alpha Flight.
Dude, it's like because they're giving all these. It's like, come on, give Canada some love. Make the Alpha Flight give the Alpha Flight a show. That's how Wolverine was really introduced as a character.
That's true.
It'd be great.
That is true.
If he helped them assemble the team, and then he was like, "Nah, I got an offer from Professor X," and then that's how X-Men started.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be a great lead-in.
I just don't know if Alpha Flight is strong enough to be on their own, but we'll see if they do that.
But
we'll
the
see.
Eternals was?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Well, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy was the same way. And look how that turned out.
Yeah.
That turned out amazing.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy had the only two people I recognize from the Eternals are, I think, Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie, and I think Kumail Nanjiani. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy had a cast. I mean, they even had Bradley Cooper voicing a raccoon.
And Vin Diesel voicing a tree.
I am Groot. I am Groot. Don't forget Baby Groot. I am Groot. Anyway, let me roll over back to favorite movies now. Let me go to Ambrose. Ambrose, what's one of the favorite movies you remember watching?
See, I went broad with superheroes because a lot of people think about comic books when they think of superhero movies, and there are two that came to mind, and they came to mind because they couldn't get the rights to comic books.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was when Sam Raimi couldn't get the rights to The Shadow,
Mm.
so he created Darkman.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Darkman was a great superhero movie. It was dark, no pun intended. It was gritty. Larry Drake, who was a very underrated actor, he was Dr. Giggles. He was and he was in a lot of B movies, but he was a really scary, creepy actor. He was the villain. Liam Neeson did a great job in it. So Darkman is definitely up there. And another one of my favorites, and this is because Orion Studios couldn't get the rights to Judge Dredd. They created RoboCop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so those are two that come to mind. I thought a little bit outside the box because superheroes very broad, and I didn't want to just come with a bunch of comic book movies.
Oh my goodness. What's up, Geek? What's going on, Geek and I? How you doing? Geek and I podcast, everybody. Thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. But I like RoboCop. RoboCop was good. RoboCop was good. Memorable. Let me go one up from you. Josie, what one of your favorite superhero movies?
So I gotta go a couple of places here. First off, I do gotta say the Dark Knight series, but one of the probably the best superhero series. A lot was said about Heath Ledger. We got to talk a little bit about Tom Hardy's Bane. I love that movie. It was so good. Like following Dark Knight was a tough task for any person to come in as the villain, and the calculation of Bane in that whole movie, just the planning and everything. And there are parts in that movie you're just like, man, like, you know how these movies work, but is he really going to get through? Because he had everything planned up to the molecule. And it was Tom Hardy in that role to me was amazing. Amazing. Terrifying.
See, that movie is the least favorite of mine in the trilogy because they kind of left the mystery out of a lot of things. It's like they beat you over the head with the ending.
Yeah.
And it's like, what a lovely name, Robin. It's like, come on, can you just allude to him being Robin? You don't actually need to tell us that the guy is Robin.
I wish we'd have actually gotten that.
Or like, you know, like when he's in the cafe and Michael Caine sees him and they wave to each other. Like, you could have just had like Michael Caine look up and smirk or something. You didn't need.
Why?
What? But you know what? You know what, Biscardi? This is why you hated him so much after watching RoboCop. You were supposed to. He was the bad guy.
That's true.
Of course, you hated him.
He did his job.
He did it excellently.
Yo, I was a little kid when I watched RoboCop, and then that 70s show came on, and that show terrified me for the first season. I was like, oh my God, that's the bad guy from RoboCop.
Oh, man.
But the other part of that, my favorite superhero movie probably growing up was actually probably Batman Forever. It's bad. It's really bad. But
you know what, though? I'll give you this. I enjoyed it because it's a fun popcorn movie, and I think Val Kilmer in that series of movies that Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher did.
Yes.
I think Val Kilmer killed it as Batman because he was, you know, Michael Keaton was very stiff as Batman. He didn't move a lot, and then his fight. Kilmer was all over the place, and I mean, he was fighting people and punching and throwing stuff, and it was like, this is a good Batman.
I agree, and he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll say it. It says it there. Keaton to me is the best Batman, surely for portrayal of the role as an actor. I think people have moved better and done it better and been more Batman-esque, as you said, Kilmer. But
no love for Clooney.
No, actually, it was going to be my. I was going to give love to Clooney. I think the movies are bad. Don't get me wrong. His movies are bad, but it's not just him.
He had booty skates.
That's probably Schwarzenegger's worst role ever.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
It's gonna be Adam and Evil. Ha 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 ha. Oh
Look,
God!
all I
I'm
want
so
is, man,
bad.
look, there was some bad Batman movies,
The
yes, but
the best part of those movies was Robin. He was young.
Like when he did the karate laundry.
Yes.
oh yeah, that was dumb.
He's just
That was dumb.
and he's even in NCIS Los Angeles now. That he's gotten better looking. He's yummy. Always has been.
What I want to know is though, with like the Flying Graysons, their origin story of Batman Forever, like what made them think like, hey, let's just climb up there and disarm this bomb? Like you're not part of the bomb squad. Like what did you think would happen
We're just
when
gonna
you got up there?
it.
What did you think was gonna like? You were just gonna hit a button and
What
shut
are you
it off?
thinking, man? What are you thinking, man?
What are you doing?
Although I enjoyed Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I thought he pulled it off very well.
He did.
Tommy
Carrey's
Lee
Riddler was
Jones, I was
good.
just like, why, God, why? Was this one of those I just need some money movies? So
He just
I'm
needed
gonna
a check.
actually,
That's what
here's
it
a
was.
free
No,
check.
there's
He
a
needed
funny
a check.
story behind that. Tommy Lee Jones got disenfranchised in this throughout filming because he hated Jim Carrey.
Wow.
There's a story, and Jim Carrey actually said it. And I think if you look up Norm Macdonald's talk show, when they were filming, Jim Carrey went into a restaurant and went to say hi to Tommy Lee Jones, and Tommy Lee Jones said, "I just don't like you. I can't stand you. I can't." And like he told him, he said, "I can't sanction your buffoonery. I just hate you." And,
You didn't
like,
even met the man and you already hate him. Damn. Don't even
Wow.
know the man yet and you already hate him. Damn.
So I mean, yeah, it was one of those things where I'm sure that he one needed a check and two didn't like the guy that he was supposed to be partners with, and kind of just wanted to get out of there.
Real quick, I just want to say real quick, shout out to Alicia Silverstone and shout out to Uma Thurman. Love you, ladies. I mean, there was some bad roles y'all. There was some bad roles y'all played, but you know, still.
Man, but that suit.
Wait a minute. There's this is 2 weeks in a row. Alicia Silverstone's come up.
Yep.
She did.
We talked about her last week in Clueless. Yep.
Clueless.
All right, it's back on. This is back on me for a bad superhero movie, and I know all you guys will agree with me. That Green Lantern movie was stupid.
He did that just so he could do Deadpool.
That thing
man
was stupid.
That
I just like how there was no lead in.
That movie was the dumbest movie I have ever seen in my life. Oh my! The writing on that movie was ridiculously bad.
He did
I'm
it
sorry,
just
but
so
I
he could do
liked
that,
it.
dude.
You just like Ryan Reynolds. Just get over it, Debbie.
Let's get over it. That's what it is, man. It's just you like the actor, you ain't like the movie.
Ryan is as good as he possibly can be in that crap.
He
It's
was
the
not,
writing there.
He
Yeah, that
wasn't
was
Hal,
what makes it bad.
and I think he was miscast. Like he wasn't Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
No.
not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Deadpool and Hal Jordan are not the same.
No.
But he
You
knew
know.
that. But the agreement was he does it and he gets to do Deadpool. And he still had to fight to do Deadpool.
Yep.
What about Shaquille O'Neal's Steel?
Oh, I
that
love
thing was
that
terrible.
movie.
Oh, that thing was terrible. That thing was trash.
When he doesn't even roll the lady out of the home, like he doesn't realize the chair has wheels, he just picks her up and walks out.
It's so bad it's good. Come on.
Oh, that thing was terrible, man. He knows it's terrible. He knows it.
Best death scene though, when he shoots, and I think it's clipped on YouTube. You can pull it up. He shoots like a grenade through a hole, and there's like a bad guy hiding, and it lands out of the gun, just like ah, and the grenade just blows up.
Just blows up. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go to another good movie. Let me go back to Debbie. Debbie, what's another superhero movie that was one of your favorites?
Probably the original Superman, Christopher Reeves.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So, are you going to take Superman and Superman 2 since those were all kind of one concurrent story, or just
Well,
Superman?
I don't know, because I liked Christopher Reeves so much as Superman, and he just played it so well. I mean, if outside of, and I don't know if I'll get any gruff for this, outside of Henry Cavill, he was the perfect Superman. There's
I
a
concur.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a scene where, and I can't remember which movie it's in, but it's where he finally reveals himself to Lois.
Superman
But-
2.
that's 2.
Yeah,
yep,
where he's at her apartment, and he's Clark
Clark.
at the time.
This ain't Hawkeye now. Hold on.
And he's kind of slouched
Clint
over,
Kent.
and talking in his, Clark voice and whatever. And then when he takes off his glasses, and then he just
He's-
subtly just straightens up, and the confidence is there, and it's just like perfection. Perfection.
And then for some reason, Richard Pryor got involved.
And then for some reason they made Superman 4 The Quest for Peace.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater, but don't blame me. I was like 4 years old.
Was that Christopher Reeves too?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it? I don't
The
know
only
if
thing
I've
I
ever
rem-
seen that one.
The only thing I remember about that is when he launched Nuclear Man into the sun.
Yeah. I remember that.
That's the only thing I remember, and I remember liking it, but I remember being 4.
I
and
just
then, watching
that-
it years later and being like, "This was terrible."
So we're not showing Brandon Routh any love.
Yes. He's not
That
the
was-
perfect Superman, but he was the sweet Superman. I like
but-
He was a
but
little bit
he
creepy.
he was
a stalker.
Sweet Superman.
he was a continuation of the Christopher Reeves. That was like what they were trying to do with that one was say, okay, Superman 3 and 4 didn't really happen, and Superman Returns is the next step in the evolution. And what I saw there was Brendan Routh trying to play Christopher Reeves playing Superman.
Right.
And I mean, it worked on some levels, but it wasn't like, oh my
it
gosh, this
wasn't
is the greatest thing ever.
But
Well,
yeah,
it was-
that, and I don't blame Brandon for
It
that.
was
but-
kind of creepy though. He's hanging out in the woods, looking at Lois's home.
And then the whole thing,
He was her crazy psycho stalker. That's
He
what
was
that
a stalker in that
He was, her,
movie.
he was her crazy psycho stalker. That's what.
and
that
then the
was.
whole thing with building an island made out of kryptonite, I was just like,
Who got
all
all his
right.
money?
it's ridiculous.
then-
You have
and then-
slipped into ridiculous.
And then also, it's like an employee that went to his car to smoke a blunt and just shows back up after the world's gone. It's like, I'm back, and it's like, where were you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going
Yeah.
to explain
Where
where
you
you
at?
were?
Where the hell you been?
The world's going to hell.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
the Christopher Reeves movies, I really disliked Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor.
Why?
I appreciated it for what it was.
I like the
I
performance.
just- I
yeah, I
never
like the performance
liked
for what it
him.
was. Yeah.
I never I like Gene Hackman as an actor,
Mm.
but I hated him for that role. Well, not hate's a strong word. I disliked it.
Yeah,
But
okay.
And of course, then many years later, and it's not a movie, but the perfect Lex Luthor,
Smallville.
Smallville,
yes.
that's you. Yeah.
Michael
Which-
Rosenbaum.
Which
Michael
you
Rosenbaum.
might be happy to know, Debbie. The rumor keeps circulating, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Is that Gunn is talking with him about coming back in that role?
I
Hey,
would not be
hey.
mad.
I don't
Listen,
know. I don't know how much truth
Listen.
there is to that, but when you see it enough in the news, it. Kevin
Listen.
Spacey was the airplane crash.
I'm going to disagree with you there. And I'm going to say,
I was gonna say this. I agree with you, Debbie, on best. Smallville loser was the best. To me, Kevin Spacey is the worst Luther ever. I hate it. I hate it.
worse than Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah, that's a
Oh,
bad-
on my mouth was like,
mean,
what
Jesse's
have you
terrible.
done?
What the hell have you done?
I gotta say, they're like
I have my
they're
cherry,
weird.
my cherry Jolly Ranchers.
Like it's like, are you Mickey Mouse? Like, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness! But now I know this is going to be a separate show because now I know it's just going to be me and Debbie, and I'm gonna put Debbie to the test. Christopher Reeve or your boy.
And hold on, I gotta say, John Biscardi, I love you, but the only good scene in that movie was the credits.
But it's gonna be
Because
me
it
and
was
Debbie.
over.
But the next show is gonna be me and Debbie, Harrison Ford versus Christopher Reeve. It's just gonna be me and Debbie doing that show. I'm gonna pin Debbie dead
You
right.
might have to throw Ryan Reynolds in there too.
I'm after the
'cause-
Ryan Reynolds in there too.
Yeah.
Is this
Dead
gonna be
to rights. It's just gonna be
is this
me and
gonna-
Debbie dead
Is this
to
gonna be a
rights.
Cinemax production?
I'm gonna make
yeah.
Debbie choose
I may
on
be
it.
sweating during that show. Did you get Harrison Ford, Ryan Reynolds, who I have adored forever, ever since when he started on TV?
Is that the two guys, a girl, and a pizza place show?
Yes,
Yeah.
two girls, a guy, in a pizza place. Yes, and when he did his Captain Kirk impression, I fell in love. So, anyways,
Captain Kirk impression.
I was
Oh my
like,
goodness.
that's a man after my own heart.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Ryan Harrison, Henry Cavill,
Reeve.
There's
I know
just
there-
too many.
and
There's too
Tom
many,
Hiddleston.
man.
I
There's
mean,
too
you
many,
know,
man.
but Harrison's my main love. He's
That's your
you
man
know,
love.
he's
Okay.
since 1975. Sorry,
You're
but
gonna
yeah.
get that man beat up. Anyway, let me roll back over to Josie real quick. Josie, you got another superhero movie you like?
So I've got we mentioned a little bit. I've got to talk about it. Deadpool to me is one of the greatest.
Oh, Lord.
I'm
Bro-
sorry,
brother,
sorry.
husband.
We talk about Harrison Ford, my husband wives, or my husband.
Your brother husbands.
Well, yeah, whatever they're called. Yeah,
This show's going off the rails. But
and
that's,
I'm gonna have to add
a good
Pedro.
thing. This show's going off the rails, but that's a good thing.
I'm gonna have to add Pedro Pascal to that list.
Oh, of course. Of
Oh
course.
man,
Really?
Oh yes,
Uh,
man.
Oh,
Pedro
my
Pascal.
goodness.
He's so hot right now. He's just so
Oh my
hot.
So
God.
hot.
Lord have mercy.
he's daddy. He's daddy.
It's a walk
Yes.
off.
Daddy Lorian, Space Daddy, Apocalypse Daddy.
That man is yum.
Daddy all around.
Oh my goodness.
Uh.
All right, Josie, go ahead.
Debbie's on like so many lists.
Yes, she is. She's trying to pull them all up for the show. Oh my goodness.
Made me totally lose my train of thought.
I am so sorry, Josie.
It went away. No, one of my favorite superhero movies is Deadpool. I was a huge fan of
Yes.
the character before the movie, and when I found out it was being made and who was doing it, I just knew that it would be done to its best ability. It was great. The first one was so good. I'm excited to see what they do with 3. I do worry a little bit because I've heard a lot of noise that Ryan Reynolds' head might be getting a little big, and I worry. I hope it doesn't affect the product. 2 wasn't as good as 1, but I expect that.
Yeah,
3
the
needs
sequels
to be
a lot
great.
of times don't meet up the original. Yeah.
3 needs to be great, especially the fact that you're bringing Hugh out of retirement
Mm-hmm.
to play Wolverine, which is
Mhm.
what you said you've wanted since the very beginning.
Yes.
So,
Very true. Very true.
but I do want to give. I wanted to ask this question. So, favorite childhood movie that would you consider this a superhero movie? 3 Ninjas.
No, that's more of like a Home
It's
Alone
more like
movie.
more like Home Alone.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
more
Was that the
yeah.
one with
3 Ninjas.
No, I'm thinking of Surf Ninjas that had
Yeah,
Ernie
you're
Reyes
the.
Hey, because they kind of had superpowers. So
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I consider Ninja Turtles a superhero movie.
I do too. That would be a superhero movie.
what
But
about
not 3 Ninjas.
I'm gonna dip back and age myself a little bit. 1991, we had Captain America with Matt Salinger.
Oh no!
Matt Salinger, Ned Beatty, and Ronnie Cox.
Oh, why did you have to do that?
You want bad ones? I'm throwing you a big bad one here.
Very, very bad. Oh my god.
That's almost as bad as like 1990s Punisher with Ivan Drago.
That thing was terrible.
With Dolph Lundgren.
That thing was trash. That
Would
thing
you
was
put
trash.
Flash Gordon on that same list.
Yeah, but Flash Gordon was like meant to be cheesy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. That's
The way he was
true.
written was meant to be cheesy. Yep.
And it had a great soundtrack.
It did have a great soundtrack.
It did. Flash. Flash.
God, that was like what was with superheroes movies from like 1990 to 91 and shows like the Flash TV show.
That was good. I like that show.
I like that TV show.
Yeah. In fact, I own the whole
Predates the Arrowverse.
I don't know, man. Mark Hamill as Trickster. It was kind of like, Mark, how far have you fallen?
No, he was great. He was beautiful.
That was great.
Mark
I don't know.
Hamill's Trickster. The fact that they brought him back in the new one. I love that.
And they did bring him back in the new one.
Yeah, he was good in the new one.
Mm-hmm.
But the old, I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. I just thought it was bad.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Let me go back to you, Bros. You got another superhero movie, good or bad?
Hey, Will, I've got to jump over to.
I know.
Okay.
You good? Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Better, Josie.
Have a good one.
All right now.
You know, one that I think is good, but it gets a lot of flack, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack from you guys on this. Is the Thomas Jane Punisher?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I think they made some mistakes. I don't know why they relocated it to Miami. I don't know why they did a couple of things. They tried to make it a little too emotional, but all in all, I thought it was a good adaptation of the comic.
Warzone wasn't horrible either.
No,
Punisher Warzone. No. I mean, it was a fun popcorn movie, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen kind of thing.
That scene where the guy is parkouring and he just shoots the rocket launcher as he's like it mid cartwheel, and it's so unnecessarily just violent. And I was like, that is awesome.
That's
like he could have like that's a great comic book kill. Like he could have just sniped him out, but no, he just shot a full on rocket launcher at him and just blew him out of the sky.
That wasn't too bad. I liked it. It wasn't too bad at all.
It wasn't too bad. I think that movie, it had pacing problems, and that was and the villain, which Dominic West is usually a good actor. I think Jigsaw was kind of cheesy, but all in all, it wasn't bad. I think they could have done a little bit better with the villain in it. But
I don't think it was bad at all. All right, I'm gonna go with another bet, and I'm gonna get heat for this because everybody knows I love her. You talking about
this is a bad one?
Yeah, it's a bad one. I'm gonna go with a bad one.
Oh, I already know where you're going because you're talking about her.
And you know, I get on Debbie for her love and her crushes, but I got a couple of loves and crushes too. And I can't believe I'm saying this, Scarlett Johansson. I love you. I think you are like the best thing next to sliced bread, but that Black Widow movie was terrible.
Awful.
It was terrible.
That's
awful.
Not the direction I thought you were going. I thought you were going to go with Halle Berry and Catwoman, but okay.
That was bad too.
That was horrible.
Thanks, Dave. That's been memory hold for 20 years.
But I just thought that Black Widow movie could have been so much better.
The only thing wrong with the Black Widow movie was that it was released at the wrong time. No, it was released at the wrong time. If it had been released after Civil War but before Infinity War, it would have made a lot more sense and it would have been a lot better. It would have been more well received.
Right.
I hate it because of what they did to Taskmaster. In my opinion, they did to Taskmaster what Fox did to Deadpool and Wolverine Origins, and that was.
But they've got Taskmaster coming back with Thunderbolts, so maybe we're gonna get something.
I mean, I hope they do it right, and it's the actual Taskmaster because it was
because I hated that they gender swapped it. I hated that.
They gender swapped it. It had nothing to do with who Taskmaster actually was.
Right.
It was like, why not just create a new character at this point? Why are we doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
But I really think the only two things to me that we got out of that movie, we got Florence Pugh, and we got the White Widow suit. That's
Didn't they have
only
like
that's the only two good things to me that we got out of that movie.
I like
Didn't
the
they
Red Guardian.
yeah,
he was,
didn't
he
they
was
have like
good.
he was
He was
fun. Yeah.
Commie Captain America? Yeah, Red Guardian. Yeah.
Right. But see, the thing is, but with Red Guardian, the thing is with that character, along with Thor from Infinity Wars,
Mhm.
it gave people like me with a larger build something to cosplay as. Maybe got the little beer belly going. It's like,
We know
hey,
what-
I can play Red Guardian,
we
or
know
hey,
what
I can
David's
play
gonna-
Fat Thor.
Hey, well, the next con, y'all look for the Red Guardian. You know it's gonna be David.
If I go the next con I go to, I'm gonna be out of shape Flash. Like I'm gonna have a knee brace. I'm gonna like walk
Damn.
around with like a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. I'm like, nah, I don't run anymore,
I don't
guys.
run no
I'm
more,
sorry.
dude.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. I don't run no more. No. All right. Let me head over to Debbie again. Debbie, what's a good movie you want to this on, good or bad?
Good. They're not movies, but I adore the Netflix Daredevil and Punisher.
Oh,
The whole Defender saga or whatever. Yeah.
I Iron Fist was okay. And I think that was just because I really didn't know who he
Iron
was. But
Fist.
after I rewatched it a couple times, I was just like, oh my god.
I hated that Iron Fist. I hated
Jessica
him.
Jones was okay.
I like Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she's straight. She's straight.
Luke Cage, I really liked.
I won an auction. I got Luke Cage issue number 2, first edition issue number 2 from
Oh, wow.
1960, whenever. Oh, I was so
Awesome.
excited. I was like,
Awesome.
oh.
Oh,
But
he's
I
awesome.
really, really liked Charlie Cox as Daredevil. And
He's a good Daredevil. Very
John
good. I'm-
Bernthal's coming back as Punisher. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I hope they do a Punisher series. I don't know if they're just gonna have him and Daredevil be in the. Does anyone know? I'm not really, and I don't want to take it off track here because we're talking about movies. But does anyone know if this is going to be a continuation of Daredevil or if it's going to be?
I think Feige said no.
I
It's
think
a
it's
new-
I think it's going to be kind of a maybe like a soft reboot.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am disappointed that Foggy won't be back.
Yeah. That's true. And old girl from True Blood won't be back either.
Eldon Henson was a great
I
Foggy.
didn't like Karen.
You didn't like Aaron?
No, I didn't like her as a character.
Hmm.
Foggy, I loved.
Yeah, Foggy was cool. Foggy was
'Cause-
cool.
Because he was in the Mighty Ducks too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was he was in a lot of things. He was a character
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah, he's good.
Fur, you got another movie you want to reminisce? Good or bad?
Actually, I do, and I'm gonna. This one is one of my favorites. I love watching this. It's a fun movie, and if you guys have never seen it, I won't blame you at all. It's on Disney Plus, so you can go watch it there. Sky High with
I
Kurt
remember.
Russell
I
and Linda
remember.
Carter,
Yeah.
and it's basically about a kid whose parents are like the world's greatest superheroes, and he goes to the high school where all the superheroes go. Bruce Campbell's in it, so it's
Mhm.
it's a lot of the guys from Kids in the Hall
Yep.
are all in it. So
Yep.
I mean it's Kevin gosh, what's his name?
McDonald.
No. The guy from Broken Lizard, Super Troopers. He's Fargo's in it.
Heffernan.
Kevin
yeah.
Heffernan. Yes.
Okay.
So he's in it, and it's just it's fun. It's family friendly. It's got a good story to it, and it's not like acted out like a normal Disney teen movie to where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is just stupid.
I mean,
It's really good. It's really well done. I love it, and it's like I said, it's one of those ones that kids are home. Okay, I can turn this on and watch this, and they're going to get a kick out of it, and I'm going to like it, and it's just everybody's happy.
There you
Sky
go.
High. Go watch it. It's
There you
great.
go. It's a good movie. It was a good movie. Ambrose, you got one you want to bring up?
Yeah, actually, I don't know if it counts as a superhero movie, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. Kurt Russell again, the Escape series,
Oh,
Escape from New
Escape
York,
from
and
LA
Escape
and
from
New
LA,
York.
and
Yeah.
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 Escape from New York is one of my favorite movies. I really hope that Disney doesn't go through with the reboot because I know I'm going to be disappointed. But that's one of my favorite movies, and I think that LA was good for what it was, and I think a lot of people missed out on how it was supposed to be a satire and it was making fun of itself.
Yeah.
So people don't realize.
Welcome to the human race.
Human race.
So I think those are in the spirit of superhero movies. So I wanted to bring those up.
No problem. No problem. I'm gonna bring up a bad one, and again, one of my crushes, Gal Gadot. Love you, Gal, but Wonder Woman 1984
no.
was terrible.
Ooh.
That was
Lord help me.
trash.
I
Straight
wanted to like that
trash.
so much. And the only thing I did like was what?
Pedro Pascal.
That's right.
Debbie,
Space Daddy.
Debbie's sitting here like, I don't believe in a higher power, but save us, Harrison Ford.
But I just thought
Yeah,
that movie was so terrible.
It was
awful.
what made it even worse was the first Wonder Woman I didn't care for. I mean, I didn't think it was a horrible movie, but I've only seen like the first half of it because about halfway through I'm just like, this is boring and I don't care. And so I turned it off. Well, then 84 comes out in 2020. I just gotten my HBO Max and I was like, oh, it's going to premiere on Christmas Day 2020 on HBO Max. We don't even have to go to the theater to go see it. And so Christmas Day, I'm sitting up building my Lego sets and I'm like, oh, Wonder Woman 1984. And we watched it and I was just like, I want to shoot myself in the head. This is horrible. What a terrible way to spend Christmas. This is awful.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for how Warner Brothers treated Zack Snyder. I think how they treated him was abhorrent, but the Snyderverse sucked. I'm sorry. I mean, the two are not mutually exclusive. He was treated extremely unfair by the studio, but that doesn't mean that the movies were good.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, let's go with one. All right. All right, let's give it one more go around, then we get on out here for the night. Debbie, I'm coming back to you.
Favorite or
Yep.
whatever?
Good or bad? Mhm.
Good or bad.
So I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
So I really dislike the two Hulk movies.
Really? I like the Edward Norton one.
Wow,
No.
I like the first one. I didn't care for the second, but the first one I liked.
No,
I
Both
really
of
liked the Edward Norton one.
Wow.
both of them sucked
All right.
big time.
Mm.
And then probably my absolute favorites that if I'm, depressed or just in a shitty mood, I will watch 4 movies. The first Iron Man,
Mhm.
Thor Ragnarok,
Mhm.
and both Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
There you go. Respect.
And bonus points if it has Tom Hiddleston in it. I'm sorry, guys.
There's another one.
Just,
Another one of the brother husbands is up. All right.
She's got like 5. She's got like 5 dudes on the list. I need to go beat up. That's when she got 5 dudes on the list.
Debbie's gonna be
Oh
on
my
the next season
gosh.
of The
I
Bachelorette.
can't have these 5 dudes taking my thunder. I gotta go handle them up.
I mean, they would want nothing to do with me, but
I gotta go handle them up because they trying to take my thunder. I gotta go handle them up. Oh my goodness. Oh man. But I feel you on Guardians of the Galaxy though, because those are really yeah. Really
killer
good.
soundtracks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're funny without feeling forced. I just love them.
It's more of a natural reaction when you're watching them, and it actually organically enjoying the movie. That's really, really, you don't want anything that's forced If you understand what I'm saying,
Mhm.
you really want to organically enjoy the movie, and both of those do exactly that. You organically enjoy them, you laugh, and have a good time. So yeah, shout
I
out to
have a
both brothers.
question. I don't know if he qualifies as a superhero because sometimes he's bad.
Mhm.
But yeah, The Witcher, Henry
Would,
Cavill.
would you guys say more anti-hero?
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
It's Henry
I'm not familiar
Cavill.
with the lore, so I have to sit that one out.
I'm thinking more
He's
anti-hero.
he's more like a Venom kind of character.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking more anti-hero on that one. But that's a good call though. I love the games.
I've never
That's
played
it.
the games. I haven't watched the movies, but
She just seen the still shots of Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill,
With
the
Henry
long
Cavill.
blonde hair.
It's Henry,
Holy
it's Henry
shit!
Cavill. That's all she says is Henry Cavill.
Silver hair. I don't know if it's really. Maybe it's white hair. I don't know, and I don't care because it's Henry Cavill.
Doesn't matter. It's Henry Cavill.
No matter, it's Henry Cavill.
Hopefully, none of these people are watching this show. But,
Oh, they are.
They know
they
they're
now.
like, oh, we got a stalker on the loose.
They know how you
Woohoo!
feel now. They know how you feel. All right, let me head over to David real quick. David, give me one more to wrap this thing up.
Oh gosh, there's so many. I'm gonna give you one, but I wanna do an honorable mention just because of one scene in the movie. My one that I really like and I love watching it, and I don't care if you guys hate me for watching it because I just love it. I love Batman, the original 1966 Adam West, Burt Ward.
Yeah, I ain't hating on you, bro.
I was really mad when I found out shark repellent didn't exist.
That is just it's so funny and corny and cheesy, and it knows it, and it just keeps adding to it. You know, you had Bat everything. We actually, my son, my youngest is really into Batman, and when he watches a Batman movie now, it has to be that Batman. It has to be Adam West Batman. It cannot be any other Batmans. We've even got him watching the TV shows. I didn't even know this. In the first episode of the Batman TV show, somebody died. One of the henchman's girls fell into the nuclear reactor that charges the Batmobile and burned up and died. I was like,
I remember that. That was huge for that. That was huge for back then.
I was like, holy smoke, somebody just died.
That was huge for back then.
Someone won't be doing the Bat Tootsie anytime soon.
That was huge for back then. You never really saw that.
But a shout out
to Yvonne Craig.
Shout out for a favorite scene. I've got to go with the scene in Endgame where everybody shows up and everybody's coming through the portals. You had Sam, hey Cap, on your left, and I honestly thought Sam should have come through the portal first, but whatever, because he's the one that called it. Hey Cap, on your left, and here comes Sam. But then when he gets Mjolnir and he's Avengers assemble, and we were goosebumps. I get goosebumps now just saying it. And it's because we've been waiting for that for so long. I mean, 10 years or more we've been waiting to hear Cap say Avengers assemble.
Here you go.
And you kind of got a touch of it in Age of Ultron at the end credit scene where he says Avengers, and then they cut it, and I was like, oh, you know what what he's doing. But but that scene was
it was awesome.
I have to add another husband.
Go ahead.
Chris.
And I can't believe
Chris Hemsworth.
No.
Chris Evans.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh yeah, Bucky.
Bucky.
Okay.
And he's right here. Whoops. He's right here behind me. And I can't believe I forgot him. I'm sorry, Sebastian. I do love you, truly.
See, she got all these dudes just taking my thunder. That's another dude I gotta beat him up too. Dang.
Before we go, can I do a dishonorable?
I was about to come to you. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought we were ending it with David. All right. Dishonorable mention. I got two movies. One is The Rise of the Silver Surfer. Why on earth you would make Galactus a giant black smoke cloud? I don't know. And why J.J. Abrams would rip that off and bring the giant black smoke cloud to Lost. I don't know. People had a thing for giant black smoke clouds, I guess.
Well, even in Green Lantern, it was a giant golden smoke cloud.
Like, movies that haven't been mentioned yet are the first two. I'll say the first two Spider-Man, not you, Spider-Man 3, and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, because of how his contract ended, seems to be overlooked, and I think he did a good job as Spider-Man. When he had the role, he took his mask off a little bit too much, but he had. And then there was one movie that was terrible that I wanted to bring up, but I think I can rest it on Fantastic Four because that was god awful.
Which one? The first or second?
The one with Galactus. The first one was like bad, but it was like, okay, I can watch this. It was
I
like
liked the first one. I didn't like the second one.
Like it was like
imagine this, but all over.
I mean, the first one was kind of like the second one though, where they're like, we have to get married. I mean, we have to put saving the world on hold. We have to get married. Yeah, but what's the point if you're going to die? Like, you're going to be dead. There will be no world. You have to understand, if you want to be married, there needs to be a world to live in. And a giant black smoke cloud. I was just waiting for Winnie the Pooh to come flying in on a balloon. And be like,
Oh, no.
I'm just a giant black smoke cloud.
Oh no.
But yeah, I really, really dislike that movie. Spider-Man 3 gets dishonorable mentions because of the dance numbers. I don't know what Sam Raimi was thinking with that.
Yeah.
I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Jamie Foxx, they really did a disservice to his character in that movie, but they kind of made up for it in No Way Home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was it was atypical. It was the same thing you saw in Batman Forever. You got the little skinny nerdy guy who everybody picks on and beats up, and then something bad happens, and all of a sudden he's like super powerful and he kills his boss. And
I think they did more of a disservice to Rhino, because if I saw Paul Giamatti charging at me, like if Paul Giamatti was charging at me, I wouldn't move. I'd be like, sorry, dude, you really don't scare me. Like you look like
something.
You look like a deflated Michael Chiklis.
I have something that just came into me, and I gotta tell you, I got to, because this is amazing. It was done on the fly. So, Debbie, this is for you.
Oh Lord. I'm not even mad.
Who's the guy directly behind her?
That's Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt.
Oh, I couldn't see because of the lettering.
Yeah.
Brandon looks confused.
I'm not mad.
Oh my goodness, John, thank you, man.
Okay, so I need that.
Yes,
I need that picture.
You Friday, Piscardi.
I need that picture because I'm going to post it all over Instagram tomorrow.
I'll send it to you.
We can make it like a tie. We can make it like a tie TV drama.
Husbands in there. You left out a lot of husbands. Piscardi.
Oh man. Man, you did a good job, Piscardi. I appreciate you, bro. Oh my gosh. Hold on, for those who are just joining us.
Hey.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
You could just take me out of that picture altogether. just add my other husbands and then send me a big banner and I can hang it.
Hey, I'm just as bad.
Over my bed.
Hey, I'm just as bad because if you put my picture up there with Scarlett Johansson, Gal Gadot, Jessica Alba, I'm just as bad. So I'm just
the other dishonorable mention. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Marvel's Daredevil.
God,
I like that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think
Watch
it was
the
terrible.
director's cut. Watch the director's cut. It's better.
I don't think it was terrible.
Ben Affleck and Jeff Burnham.
Yeah, I just thought the movie.
Elektra.
I just think the movie overall was too dark. Literally too dark.
I thought
Elektra was pretty bad.
It's all right.
She was all right, but I like the fact that the death of Elektra, they did it exactly the way it was done in the comics.
Yeah.
So I was like on board with, hey, at least they're quoting the source material here. At least they're doing it the right way, kind of thing.
Right.
So
Also,
I wasn't
like Kingpin.
Loved Kingpin. Oh,
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin
Yeah.
was
Clark Duncan
amazing.
as Kingpin was really good.
Yeah,
but
that was really good.
Rest in peace to him, man. He was a really good actor.
Yeah,
the scene with them jumping around on the playground and fighting each other was kind of like, I'm not buying this, but whatever.
Oh my goodness!
Like that's like something out of a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah.
Let me send this to you real quick. Okay, I just sent it to your Facebook.
All right.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, there it is.
I'm never going to be able to show my face again.
No, we're gonna create a Thai channel TV drama, and you're gonna be the star.
From now on, it's just going to be this.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh man, this has been fun tonight, guys. This has been the best hour ever. Let's go ahead and wrap this up real quick. What's going on with Cantina Happy Hour tomorrow, guys?
Tomorrow we've got Mando season 3, episode 2. We've got a Bad Batch episode without the Bad Batch in it, which those are always great.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
It's been a thrill ride. Cantina that's about it for us on Cantina Happy Hour. I know also coming up in June, if you're in the Dallas area, both myself and Dave Gramillion will be at the Dallas Fan Expo.
Oh, you're doing that again?
Oh yeah. We were not only invited back, it was when we applied, they're like, "Oh, hey, we're glad you guys are reapplied."
Nice.
So we're going to be at Dallas Fan Expo in June. Flights are all set up. We've got press passes. Come see us in Dallas. If you're in the Dallas area, come out and see us, hang out with us. It's a lot of fun.
D-Grill.
So
D-Grill will be with D-Fur. All right.
I'll be on tomorrow if you'll have me to talk about Mando. I can't talk about Bad Batch, but I can pop in for a couple minutes to talk about Mando. So yeah, still not chronologically caught up. Still on Clone Wars.
Oh, you're way back.
Oh yeah, you guys turned me on to the cartoons, so now I'm blasting through them. But it's like there's a lot of them, so I've got some work to do.
Up. Yeah. Well, what you got going on the Twitter sphere, Ambrose? What's going on with GNN?
We're promoting some things. GNN has a new Facebook group. Join. It's a public group. It's a gamers corner. If you play D&D, you play tabletop games, arcade games, pinball, whatever you play. It's a place for gamers to come together, talk, have a good time in a non-toxic and friendly environment. So please join. It's new. I think we're already up to 20 members on that. I sent a tweet out about that today. It's Women's Appreciation Month, so we've been just appreciating the ladies. I think my latest appreciation was for Mary Shelley. 19 years old, she wrote Frankenstein and changed literature forever. So go Mary Shelley. And other than that, man, just promoting things. I'm trying to play catch up. I've been taking care of some things at home. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it.
And don't forget, guys, we also got this YouTube channel going right now. Like, comment, subscribe to all our shows we got going. We got live shows. We got videos coming out. Hopefully we get a Cam and Focus coming back soon. Hopefully we get a Captain's Logs and Lifesavers episode coming up soon. Geek Gauntlet will be this Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern with myself and a cast of thousands, and that show is always live. Ambrose will be here with me. Ambrose will be here with me too. And we're gonna talk about a whole lot, get you caught up in the world of anime. So go ahead.
Also, I'm sorry, you go first, Dave.
I was gonna say, don't forget, Saturday is also Mario Day, Super Mario Brothers Day.
I forgot about Mario Day.
March 10th. March
Cool,
10th,
cool.
Super Mario
Right.
Brothers Day.
Super
So
Mario Brothers Day. Everybody plays Super Smash Brothers. Everybody
And
plays.
if you want a sample of what we do on the GNN channel, and you don't want to go through the rigors of YouTube yet, before you subscribe to us, go to GNN not GNN. Go to geeknewsnow.net, the website, and do the drop-down menu, pick Pure GNN. We got our backlog. You can check out a bunch of our podcasts, a bunch of our shows. If you missed something on Cantina Happy Hour, there's a conversation you want to participate in. You could see what they were talking about. You can see what we were talking about on the Gauntlet. So it's a nice way to sample what we do before you actually subscribe to us. So go to the site, check us out, and then check us out on YouTube and check our new material out.
There we go. There we go. Dave,
And
you got
then-
anything you want to add?
I have a little plug for Friday night. I'll be with
Harrison Ford?
I wish. I'll be stuck with John Biscardi. And,
you're stuck with it. You have to
Stuck with
settle
him now.
You have to settle
And-
for him.
yeah, the Geek and I, we are covering the 3rd season of Picard, which has been stunning.
Excellent. It's
I
been
love that
excellent.
show.
Yes, it's been excellent.
Just
When are
the
you guys
first
gonna
season.
have to share your Paramount Plus subscription with me so I can go watch it? Because I'm not paying for it.
That show is excellent.
It
Oh my
has been
gosh.
so good.
Dave, if you pay, I pay for Paramount
Good
Plus
night,
with
man.
I pay for Paramount Plus with ads, and it's cheaper, and the ads really aren't bad on that app.
Still not willing to pay for it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Well, see, all my
Um,
shows are on Paramount, so
I sort of kind of fell into it. Where my co-host Shaw from Geek Gauntlet got me to watching Picard. But before then, I was really using it was like football. And once football season ended, I was gonna cancel it. But then Shaw said, no, go watch Picard. And I watched that. I watched the first episode of the current season. But everybody pretty much from Star Trek New Generation came back. Oh, you got me. You got me.
so, good.
So, yes, you got me. Oh, and he says not this week. He's going camping this week, baby.
I forgot.
We got to talk about the baseball podcast too, John. So message me when you're back from camping so we could talk about that.
Okay, so not this Friday. I'm very disappointed. He did that on
very
purpose because he
disappointed,
knows
huh?
I'll get to
Oh, and Paramount Plus is free with Walmart Plus.
Yeah, but
He
you
knows
got to
how
pay
to
for
do that.
Walmart Plus,
That's
so you're
Walmart
still
Plus,
paying for
yeah.
stuff.
What is
Yeah.
what is Walmart Plus?
They just came out with it a couple weeks. What, a month ago? or
It's
so?
it's been a little while.
Is it like
Okay.
Amazon Prime, but it comes with like a fat lady blocking your way in the aisle, or
I still never
You get free
understood that
delivery. I
point.
think you get discounts at the pump too with
I
it.
still never understood the ladies that. I mean, I know they're supposed to be security, but really, dude.
before
Really?
I got married, we'd go to Walmart and People Watch, and it would be interesting. Like if you were up at 3 a.m. and you couldn't sleep, and you sat at Walmart, and you're like, man, I'd go to buy like a 12-pack RC Cola, because at the time it was before RC got popular again, and that'd be the only place I could buy it. And you go and you'd be like, there is a baby wandering around this Walmart. Who does this baby belong to? This kid can't be older than 2.
Mm.
He's
Mm.
like,
Mm.
and there's no one in the store, and this kid's just walking around, and you're just like, I feel like I'm in like a bad Nicolas Cage movie. Like something's gonna happen, and I gotta run.
I try to stay out of Walmart because my thing with Walmart, I can't spend any less than $100 every time
Yeah.
I walk through that place. Oh,
You
my
walk in there
gosh.
for Q-tips and you walk out with $800 worth of crap, and you're like, shoot,
what the heck did
what
I just
happened?
do?
Walmart is like the Chris Hansen for consumers. Like, have a seat. How does he
Oh,
keep
my
doing
goodness.
that?
Oh my
Have a seat. Have a
goodness.
seat right here.
Oh man. All right, you got one more time before we go. Before I let David just have his way with it. One more time before we go.
Woo! I just like how Brandon Ruth looks so confused.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, they're probably all confused.
What?
They said I kind of look like Henry Cavill, so I should just stand here.
Amazing. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Oh man, this has been a great show, a fantastic show. We do this each and every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on the GNN YouTube page and Facebook. So make sure you check out Geek News Now on all our platforms. All right, everybody. For myself, for Debbie, for David, for Ambrose, for Josie. We'll see you guys again next week, right here on a Really Good Podcast. Everyone have a great week and take care.